Hello and welcome to Autolysis Radio. This is your host, Dan Fry. And let me start off by saying that we have a few releases. We just released Steye, Steye. We just released his EP, his self-titled EP that is on our Bandcamp on Autolysis Records. Totally worth checking out. And it is definitely for people who are into Devo and The Residents. This guy totally embodies this and fucking owns it. And it's so good. Totally worth checking out. Also, we have Plastic Spirit, his EP1. And we also just released Legal Threats EP Froon. Experimental electronic. Yes. Good stuff. Anyway, all right. Without further ado, yes, we have Martin from TC5, who's based out of Hamburg. Runs an amazing record label, releasing all different types of electronic music. He's releasing like anything from noise to, minimal house. So it's solid stuff. The thing that amazed me with interviewing Martin was, man, the way he's running his label is totally selfless. Any profit that is made from an album release goes to an initiative to plant trees in Mexico, which is absolutely inspiring, and which actually inspires me to do something similar. And I also hope that inspires you as a label owner, artist, whatever you are. It doesn't matter. I mean, we really need to look at this planet as as us, as one species on this planet. We need to look out for each other, not this one-sided thing. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that whole thing. This is not what we're here for. Anyway, without further ado, yes, here is Martin's interview from TC5. Enjoy. Here we are. It is, Thursday, the 12th of March. And I have my friend Martin from TC5 record label, based out of Germany. And I want to welcome him and all of you to join us. And we'll start off with the first question. Yeah, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, the label? We already covered where you're based out of, but and what your label's all about.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for having me, and thanks for the opportunity to share a bit of information on TC5 and my idea, my vision of a label. My name's Martin. I'm from Bremen in Germany, which is up northwest. Most people know Hamburg. Rarely people know Bremen, but it's near Hamburg. It's better than Hamburg, and not necessarily, but it's what we say here. I'm running this label because at some point I wanted to give something back to the music community, indie music community, and I had already ran a label 2013 to 15, I think, for 2 years. That was much fun. I had lots of good encounters with that. And so I picked that up again right now.
Okay. Wow. So
That's
what did you do during that break, if I may ask?
um, mostly I produced records myself
Okay.
and had other people release them.
Oh, cool.
Like, yeah,
So you still stuck
lots
to
of,
music then? You didn't take a break?
yeah, no, I didn't, I can't. No,
Yeah.
no.
I made that
It's
mistake.
always, yes, it can really hurt. That can be
Yeah,
harmful.
it definitely is. It definitely
Yeah.
is harmful. Absolutely.
No, since I like joined the indie circus in 2013, 12, 13, I have always been around doing something
Mm,
with me. Yeah. Lots of releases, other labels releases, collaborations, entire Bandcamp pages filled, and yeah,
okay.
and that.
Any particular reason on why you decided to start a label?
Main reason was actually that I love to work with people. I like to work with music, and also, what else can one do to combine these things? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Especially when you get
um,
to connect with people, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Things about the connections. I have I made great experiences in the time when I released at other labels. Some people I'm working with nowadays I already know for 7 years or so, and that is quite a long time in indie music, I think,
Mm.
nowadays, especially in times of internet where everything is quite going quite quick, and especially with only online contact, this can vanish very quick. But I've been lucky to have built strong connections,
Mm.
and I want to take that further. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to bring people together, join them through music,
Mm.
join them by just by sharing a tape. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
basically that.
Which we've been in loose contact together. I actually wrote a review on the Autolysis Records website for Firnice. Is that
Yeah,
how you say it? Firnice's latest album with Mguzu.
yeah.
And yeah, and so I guess that's
Finance.
how we linked up. And since then we've had some
Yeah,
chats, and then you hooked me up with this awesome
yeah,
tape,
you know,
man. It's so good.
yeah.
I love how it looks, everything
You love
about
it,
it.
yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, perfect.
it's so wonderful.
It's so good. Also, my printing guy is going to be happy if I tell him that you even asked, and it's just a print shop, but he's the best in town.
This is amazing. Seriously,
Yeah.
this is how I want mine to look. Absolutely. Yeah, good job.
Yeah, it's just a laser print on 250 grams. It's a bit of, in the beginning, I would recommend you to have some more copies so you can waste a bit when trying to tinker them. Yeah, that,
Okay.
but it should work.
Yeah. Okay. No, it looks so good. So I noticed on your website it had mentioned
Mhm.
that your label is a collective collaborative label. You want to
Yeah.
emphasize on that a little bit?
See, I'm releasing split tapes only, or compilations or other projects where people somehow work together. This means if you are a band or you are a duo, you're somehow working with other people, or you're bringing a mate and want to make a split, that's absolutely not a problem.
Mm.
But it's a bit against my first directive if I would say, yes, come on, have an entire tape for yourself.
Yeah.
That
Right.
that is something I won't do, because I have this sense that I want to uh, bring people together to share and to split, talk to each other. Yeah,
Sure.
they have at some point talked in an like email chat or messages. What kind of, so um, there is some connection. They have to listen to each other's music. They start to think, oh, this fits. Oh, this is absolutely contrary. This also fits. So things like that. It expands the mind, social interaction, and expands human mind.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's way cool. I really dig what you're doing. And
I'm just trying to build something. I'm just trying to build something bigger than me. Somehow there must be a reason to do things, and I'm doing that.
And what are some of the challenges you face as an independent record label?
There's several things. First is, of course, money. Mm-hmm. Money is probably one of the biggest issues for indie labels. So to find a starting point somewhere, to see the little money that comes in, where to reinvest, what to do with it, at what point start to pay royalties or something, or take a completely different road, like I'm doing that. I'm donating everything beyond break even.
Wow.
So there are no royalties. There's just going break even for tape productions. Then there's, of course, an artist copy for every artist. Download codes without end. And also, a bit of reinvesting for further projects and future projects. And the rest is actually has been so far been donated to Plant Breeze in Mexico.
Yeah.
And with 5 releases, we got 150 trees so far. Yeah.
That's so cool, man.
So everyone's winning, and it's fun. There's no big money in indie music anyway, so why should I pretend there was?
Sure.
It ain't. No one says that. It ain't, but no one,
At least you're honest. Dude, I am honestly blown away by the, how your labels run. I mean, just your entire model as a label, it's really, it's amazing to me right now. Seriously, really.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
for me, it's rather I'm just doing what I'm doing, and I rarely hear people like dig it so deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
Totally.
Yeah.
Are there any resources or websites that you recommend for other label owners, maybe distributions, templates? I mean, I know we're on the other side of the world and everything, but
Yeah. I know there's some companies making tapes in the US or Canada, I think. The biggest one on the North American continent should be in Canada, duplication.ca. A good one in Europe I can recommend is bandcds.co.uk.
Okay. BandCDs.
bandcds.co.uk. They are quite good too. There was one other service, but thing is, I tinker everything myself. We're entirely doing it DIY. And so I'm not too deep in tape production services. I had a few product releases, but at some point it started to feel bad to like order 30 of them, then sell 10 and have 20 laughing at you when you enter the room.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
And that for so much money.
Yeah.
So I decided, no, I will just reduce that. I will keep it simple and keep it small, and just make, I usually make 10 copies of each release, of which 5 are sold.
Only 10?
Then each,
okay.
10 at all, and 5 are sold. And the other 5 are split between each one for the artist, one for the label archive, and then there are 2 for promotional, for example.
You produce 10 tapes, you send 5 to the artist.
No, 5 are sold.
5 are sold, okay.
Yeah. Then each artist gets 1.
Okay.
One is for the label archive, and then what is left over goes for press and blogs. Yeah.
Okay.
Or you.
Yeah, or me, right? That's cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Actually,
So
go ahead.
I'm trying not to stock on tapes here.
Yeah.
Because I'm already stocking on empty tapes and on blank tapes and on envelopes and on cases and everything. So I want the produced tapes, don't like them to sit around here.
Right. So it's better.
Basically, I can't go for industrial size runs anyway. So again, I pretend, rather keep it small. Yeah.
Sure, makes sense. Are there any music review sites that you would that you generally stay in touch with?
No.
No. Okay.
Fortunately not. No. I have like a small amount of people I occasionally send music to, which is sort of also long-established connections, and it's more like I'm showing this work to friends. And it happens that some of those are doing reviews. It happens some of those are doing posts on them, and some of them are doing radio shows, like taking a track of it. But I am trying to avoid the situation that I go, no, how's that called? In German, we would say polish people's doorknobs.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I'm trying to avoid that. I don't like to go sell.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
As it looks for me, indie music is about time anyway, especially in long-term relationships are the most carrying element, at least in my perception.
Okay.
So, yeah. Long-term, honest, kind business relationships, friendships, that is what makes the difference for me.
Yeah, genuine, totally.
Everything starts with that. You cannot just enter someone's room and say, "Hey, I've got a record. Want to release?"
Yeah, buy it.
I mean, it can work. It can work if it's really great and everything fits, but it's rarely to work. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it totally makes sense.
What I can say about the reviews and sending out things. Of course, you got to find a starting point somewhere to get your music some airplay, to promote it and that. But the starting point, if we want to talk like platforms like Twitter or something, interaction is key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it takes time.
Yeah.
As always with human beings, it takes time.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing to take into account. I think if you want to start a label, it's great because it's definitely the easier way than to land on someone else's label.
Right.
To be fair.
Yeah.
One of the reasons when I sent out my first demo in 2013, the 36th label I sent it to took it. The guy I sent it to, we are still working together. He ran a label back then, does not run that anymore, and things have changed. Now I'm running a label. Meanwhile, for me, it's a friends thing. Yeah.
So you're not really messing with too much digital distribution, right? No. Okay.
No. I don't like. The thing is, I don't like Spotify because I won't pay anyone to play my music. That's right. Basically it. If something goes over the counter, like a download or something, then I will happily have have whoever have their share, but not if it's just and calculated. I calculated my numbers back when I still surf platforms like Spotify or Apple Music and stuff like that, and it was a financial disaster. Yeah.
Oh.
And I think that might be another thing no one is talking about.
Yeah.
But I reckon it ain't different for most of them. I think I try to use platforms which are, or to focus on the platforms which are like most popular, which most people use on a daily basis, and that is traffic-wise, in my case, Bandcamp.
Okay.
Definitely. Followed by YouTube. And only in third place comes my website.
Okay.
So the most effective platforms and efficient are Bandcamp and YouTube. My website is a bit of I'm running it because it is something like my personal house.
Right.
So, yeah. It's also I love to build stuff with WordPress and that. I think it's good to have a website. I love my website.
It looks really good.
Thank you. Rarely. No, but we have the TC5 Ghost Returns, for example, on YouTube, which is a series of long-form releases, which will now also be released in a 5 CD box. So nice. I'm doing episodes in like 1 or 2 in a month. And every 5 episodes are compiled to a season of 5 CDs then. So that is next week, for example, we're having one of these CD box releases.
Okay.
And after that is tape again. Another obstacle, I had that in mind. Another obstacle I'm facing and challenging is often shipping costs.
Yeah.
Indeed. Because my entire business model would break if Deutsche Post would decide to raise their prices.
Right. Wow. So it's that.
For example, that would definitely be the end. So things like that. That's obstacles indeed.
Yeah.
For me personally, an obstacle is that I just some days I have bad days because I'm not 100% healthy. And like with then getting the work done, that is really hard. That's a big part, which is also challenging me some days. But most days are good, so yeah, I'm enjoying that.
That's good. That's good. And that's interesting that you mentioned that Bandcamp being your number one YouTube and then your website, and you excluding Spotify entirely. And, you know, a lot of people are actually really putting an emphasis on using Spotify and all that. Actually, and that leads me to that question that I forgot earlier. Are you paying for advertisement? Are you doing any advertisement like that? No. Okay. So
no.
On the Bandcamp thing, one thing that really did surprise me was once I did our first release of our limited edition Autolysis Records compilation tape, I released that. I got 24 followers overnight and already sold 2 tapes and got like something like 70 streams. I mean, that's huge.
That's good news.
Yeah. I don't even get that on Spotify.
That's the point. It's hard to get that on Spotify.
Yeah.
Also, what I like, having something in a collection, something you can download, or having a tape. To me, it's still different because streaming is such a one-touch thing.
Yeah.
But putting a it down on your like whatever mobile or MP3 player, touching a tape is different. And
Totally.
there we are again about the connections.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
of all these releases, I know there are like 10 copies and 9 of them are out in the world. People are having them.
Yeah.
People are listening to them. People are touching them, doing liking what I did, and liking how I present artists, liking how all this is done. Yeah. I think if you're interested, or if the listeners are interested in the label and following this thing we're trying to do, then Twitter is definitely one of the best points to start and find your way from there with all the links and everything. Yeah.
And what's your Twitter handle?
Yeah, Twitter handle, it is at Trium Circularum in one word. TRIUMCIRCULORUM.
Oh man.
Was I right?
Yeah.
I think I was right.
I think
Or just
TRIUMCIRCULORM. And that is TC5's
also
Twitter.
What also works is the hashtag TC5. I quite occupied that.
Okay, good to know.
I'm the only one who's using it, but all the tweets are popping out there when you search for it.
So there you go.
If you are interested in what we are doing at TC5, and if you are interested in what kind of music we are releasing, if you're interested in what kind of people we are bringing together, this one is for our website, triumcircularum.net, TRIUMCIRCULORUM.net. Wow, excellent. The same on Bandcamp, triumcircularum.bandcamp.com. You can find the label and me personally on Twitter as at triumcircularum. And we're on YouTube, where we are happy if you subscribe to our channel, because we don't have this nice personalized URL by now, because we only got 26 subscribers and we need 100 to get our own URL ending. You all know that. And you are not creating any kind of obligations with that subscription. And it's a nice thing to do among friends and fans and stuff like that. So if you happen to come over, the link is in the description of this podcast. And we'll be happy to welcome you and provide you some great music. Thank you.
Cool. And thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you on.
Yeah, it's been lots of fun. Thank you.
Yeah, totally. And I'm sure it won't be the last. All right, well, have a good evening.
Papa.
Yes, Coda.
Please we get some ice cream.